All right. So good afternoon, everybody. When I was about 17 years old, my buddy and we went and picked up his sister from cheerleading practice, and we were a little early. So we went out back to the park, and we were playing basketball with a group of kids. And out of nowhere, this kid who was about 14 just collapsed on the court. And we all went rushing over to him, but he had suffered sudden cardiac arrest. And while we were waiting for the EMS to show up, his brother was sitting there crying and trying to bring him back, and there was just nothing that anybody could do. The kid ultimately died, and like I said, he was about 14 years old, so the memory of him laying there and his brother trying to help and just not being able to do anything except for CPR has forever just stuck in my memory. But just over 326,000 people annually suffer from sudden cardiac arrest, and 9 out of 10 of these people end up dying from it. The sudden cardiac arrest rates for, in this country are higher than diseases, HIV, cancers, car accidents. It's a really big deal. And like I said, the whole sudden part, it's different than a heart attack because it's sudden. You're actually dead before you hit the ground. So there's really not much that people can do other than CPR and call for help. But according to our local news affiliate, Channel 5 here, it takes anywhere from about 10 to 15 minutes in most cases for help to arrive. And for every minute that you're on the ground without receiving help, your chances of surviving decrease 7 to 10%. So if you're waiting for 10 minutes for help to arrive, your chances of survival just decrease by 70%, and that's a really huge number. But what people can do, and when bystanders do step in, the chances of survival do increase to about 38%. Which isn't much, but that's just off of CPR alone. What's really come into play in the last few years is the portable defibrillators and having them in businesses and public places. And the research shows from the American Heart Association that if a person receives a shock from a portable defibrillator within the first 5 minutes of having cardiac arrest, their chances of survival can increase to 60 to 70%. So I mean, that's a real huge number there, helping somebody survive and giving them the chance at life again. The problem is there's no laws really to mandate where these are in place or who should have them or, and so forth. Right now in Florida, our grade is a D as far as our legislation and laws mandating these. Right now, the only place that they're required is public and private high schools that offer athletics. You may see them, in the movies or out in Publix or City Place or, places of that nature, but they were there or put there voluntarily by the owner of the establishment. So what I would propose and would like to do is get a hold of OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Hazard Administration, and really push for legislation to have these in all businesses that have either 3 or more employees or that serve customers. And a lot of people say this kind of sounds excessive, they're going to be all over the place, but that's the whole point because, the thing with sudden cardiac arrest is, somebody may drop dead at 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock at night in City Place, but the place that has the defibrillator is already closed. But the place that's open doesn't. So if every place has one of these, we can really ensure, giving people that opportunity to give them a fighting chance at life again. The same goes for like fleet vehicles and construction crews. I really want to push to have these on work sites, and maybe not in all the trucks, but just the supervisors have them. And they only cost about $1,000 to $1,300, so it's a real small price to pay. If you're giving somebody that second chance at life. And a lot of people they kind of don't agree with it, or they stand off with it. They're scared of using them. But imagine if that was your mother or your sister or your brother or your friend, and somebody had the option and ability to help them right then and there. You would want that. Or if you were there, you would immediately help them. It's not to say that they're going to survive it, but at least you can give them a fighting chance. So I urge you guys to really push and help with the legislation. Maybe write our local representatives, contact OSHA. And really show them that this is a need that we should have out there. I mean, we have fire extinguishers in every building. We have fire extinguishers in work trucks. We should also have a portable defibrillator in all businesses. It just makes sense. And the second key thing to it is just people need to be comfortable using them. These machines are automatic. They do the work for you. They can read the vitals. And from doing the research, the biggest problem that I have found with these and with bystanders is they're just flat out afraid to use them. They think that they're going to hurt the person that's suffering from a heart attack. And that's just not the case. In reality, they're already dead. You can't hurt them any worse than they're already hurting. You can only help them. So again, I really urge people to push and really consider putting these defibrillators in every business. Give somebody a fighting chance. And $1,000, $1,300, like I said, that's a real small price to have to pay for somebody's life. So that's it. Thanks, guys.